Hey everybody, Pastor John here, and welcome back to another Pastoral Pondering. In recognition of March 17th, thought it'd be fun to spend just a couple of minutes pondering on St. Patrick. St. Patrick was a remarkable servant of Christ who lived a very long time ago. He was born in 387 AD in Great Britain, when Great Britain was under the Roman Empire. He's contemporary of men like Augustine and Jerome, living just 50, 60 years after Constantine legalized Christianity in the Roman Empire. But of all these huge names of history, St. Patrick is the only one who has his own parade. In part because of the folklore that grew out of his story, larger than life. In part because his name has become synonymous with everything Irish. But in part also because of the impact that his life had for Christ over 1,600 years ago in Ireland. Patrick was born into a wealthy family, and when he was 16 years old, he was kidnapped in a pillaging raid and carried as a captive to Ireland. 6 long years he spent as a slave, working long days and cold nights tending sheep. The suffering that he experienced, the isolation, the loneliness of being far from home drove him to the Lord. Patrick spent hours in fervent prayer to his God. During this time, he learned the language, and he was exposed to the spiritual darkness of Ireland under the paganism of the Druids. Eventually, Patrick did escape his captivity and made his way back home to Great Britain with a heart to learn more about the Lord who sustained him and delivered him out of his captivity. Over the next 25 years, Patrick studied God's word and became a bishop. And then the Lord called him back to the land of his captivity and hardship. And he went. He returned to Ireland with a heart of love for the Irish people. Not sure what he would face, but willing to suffer and even die to proclaim the gospel of Jesus Christ to this pagan and barbaric people. Patrick writes this in his confession: "Since I believe in the Trinity, I must make known the gift of God and his eternal peace without fear of danger. I must faithfully spread the name of God everywhere, so that after I die, I will leave an inheritance for my brothers and children, thousands of people, the ones I have baptized in the Lord." His ministry was fraught with danger as he went head to head against a demonic religious system. It was marked by hardship and trials. He writes this: "I did this so that I might come to the Irish pagans to preach the gospel and to suffer insults from unbelievers, so that I might hear reproach because of my wanderings and suffer many persecutions, including being placed in chains, while I sacrifice my free birth for the good of others." The Lord blessed Patrick's ministry, and he saw thousands turn from paganism to the living God through faith in Jesus Christ. Churches were established, leaders were ordained. And while there are many things about St. Patrick that have been embellished and even falsely ascribed to him, and while there are certainly areas where we would find disagreement, there is much that we can learn from his passion for the name of Christ. His name still stands as an emblem of selfless sacrifice for the gospel of Jesus Christ. A pioneer missionary to the ends of the earth. May the Lord rebuke my slothful ease. And until next time, may the word of Christ dwell in you richly in all wisdom.